Alright, budget magic time. Playing some Gearhulk or Reanimator. And then we'll keep this. I mean, don't have any way to get things in the graveyard, but I think this is fine. Smoldering Marsh, you. All we need to draw is one Tormenting Voice or Cathartic Reunion, and we have our combustible ready to go. Blister Pod. So I'm assuming this is the black-green Cryptolith Rite deck that's been floating around. So that's Inspiring Vantage. Pass the turn. Maybe this is something different. Another Blister Pod. Opponent gets in. Well, we'll take it. Not sure what we want to be killing yet. And a Loam Dryad. Alright, so this probably is the black-green Cryptolith Rite deck. So I think we kill Loam Dryad just to keep our opponent from making other colors of mana. Well, play Inspiring Vantage, pass the turn. Could really use that Cathartic Reunion or Tormenting Voice. Opponent has black mana anyway. Gets in, 4-2. So down to 17. And Weaponcraft Enthusiast. Radiant Flames would also be a pretty good draw. Well, play Needle Spires, pass the turn. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy. What's our opponent have? Getting in for 4. So I think we're going to have to probably just Madcap Experiment and hope we hit a Cataclysmic. There's Cryptolith Rite. And Catacomb Sifter. Yikes. Okay. We draw Combustible. Well, I don't think we have a choice but to just do this and hope. Noxious Gearhulk. Kill Catacomb Sifter. I don't think that's good enough. Pass the turn. So what are our outs now? Zulaport Cutthroat. This probably means we're dead. Attacks with everything. I guess we just block here. The problem now is killing all of our opponent's stuff kills us. Oh no! Oh boy. Yep. Yeah, I think we're out of outs. I guess Cathartic Reunion into Magma Spray and Radiant... Magma Spray, Untap Land, Radiant Flames. That is a... I think that's the only thing I can think of. Yeah, that does it. We could cut to ribbons, but we're still dead on board, so... Whew! Okay. Well, I feel like we have a lot of answers for this. We just have to draw them. So bring in Magma Sprays. Bring in the other Radiant Flames. They seem very good in this matchup. Go down a Never to Return. Go down... one Madcap Experiment and one Cut to Ribbons. And just try it like that. So we got good stuff. Radiant Flames... So we got good stuff. Radiant Flames and Cataclysmic can pretty much just win us the game if we get to them. Alright, we get to play first. Okay. Hand is super slow, but we got a Radiant Flames. Let's just start playing tap lands. Pass the turn. I think slow hand with Radiant Flames is fine. Opponent has Blooming Marsh. And Loam Dryad. Is there a chance we cycle this Canyon Slough? I think the answer is yes. So let's Foreboding Ruins, reveal Smoldering Marsh. And I think we just cycle here since we don't have anything else going on. Again, would like to get one of our Cathartic Reunion effects. Opponent gets in. 4-1. Down to 19. And there's Carrier Thrall. Okay, well, let's cycle. More lands. Come on, Cathartic Reunion. Or Tormenting Voice. Either one. Opponent is slowly passing. Alright, opponent passes. Inspiring Vantage. Pass the turn. Our deck does run a lot worse when we never find a Cathartic Reunion or Tormenting Voice. Those cards, unless our opponent's playing counters, those cards are just so important to our deck. Opponent gets in 4-3. And there's Weaponcraft Enthusiast. Well, this probably just forces our hand on Radiant Flames? Yeah, especially since we drew another one. Alright. Let's just Radiant Flames. Sweep the board. -1 Scion. Yep, opponent gets a Scion from Carrier Throw. Play Needle Spires. Pass the turn. Well, we're slowly building towards this combustible Gearhulk. And also God-Pharaoh's Gift. Vizier. That's kind of annoying. Let's play Smoldering Marsh. Pass the turn. I think we get more value out of Cataclysmic by waiting another turn. Alright, there's a Weaponcraft Enthusiast. Sure. Opponent gets in for 3. So down to 13. Ooh. Well, I think we still just Cataclysmic here. Get the old 3 for 1. Actually, more of a 1 for 1. But what we're kind of worried about is our opponent finding a Cryptolith Rite and using all these creatures to have an explosive turn. So get down Cataclysmic for defense. Next turn, we can Noxious to kill Vizier, most likely. Following turn, we can Combustible. And then go from there. There's a Catacomb Sifter. That's fine. Opponent passes. So we get in with Cataclysmic, since it has Vigilance. Opponent takes it. And yeah, let's just Noxious. Kill Vizier, gain back some life. Back up to 17. Opponent does get to Scry, but that's not the end of the world. And we still have this Radiant Flames. And now we're just kind of over the top of our opponent. Like, yeah, they can make a lot of 1/1s, but we're making 5, 6 power creatures. Opponent finds a land. There's still scary things that can happen, especially if they find Cryptolith Rite. Obnixilis reignited. That might just go killing our something. Kills Noxious. Tormenting Voice. Well, I think the safest play here is just God-Pharaoh's Gift. And then we get back Noxious Gearhulk, kill the Catacomb Sifter. And then just kill Obnixilis. Should have attacked our opponent with Cataclysmic, I guess. Since Noxious has Menace anyway. But I think that's fine. Our opponent might have chumped. There's Cryptolith Rite. Well, thankfully we killed enough stuff that that's not super scary. Zulaport Cutthroat. Opponent passes. We get a Needle Spires. Well, start with Tormenting Voice, pitch Combustible. Oh my Gearhulks. Radiant Flames, away our opponent's stuff. And our opponent scoops it up. Yeah, we're going to get back Combustible, and going to be hard for our opponent to come back from that. So that's pretty much exactly how we want this matchup to go. Just kill our opponent's stuff, and go from there. Okay. Risky keep. I really like this Magma Spray. It's very good. Loam Dryad for our opponent. So we're pretty much leaning on that. And hoping Cathartic Reunions. There we go. Okay. Now I feel very good about this hand. Inspiring Vantage, go. So we can kill the Loam Dryad. And then Cathartic Reunion. Hopefully get our graveyard value set up. Or at the very least find more removal. Opponent gets in for 1. Well, we're going to take it. They could play something better post-combat. We are killing something here, though. Because we want to use our mana for Carrier Thrall. Alright. I think that's a better target. So, Magma Spray Carrier Thrall. We draw Needle Spires. Well, Foreboding Ruins, reveal Smoldering Marsh. Cathartic Reunion, pitch Combustible, pitch Needle Spires. Ooh, okay. Well, our tap lands are going to be annoying, but man, an untap land would be great. Another Carrier Thrill. Opponent gets in for 1. So that's all we really want is an untap land. There's an untap land. All right, Needle Spires, go. So now we got options. Next turn we can refurbish or Madcap Experiment. The following turn do whatever one we didn't do the turn before. Down to 15. Opponent. There's a Vizier. Since our opponent hit Vizier, I think we're best off going Madcap and hoping for the best. Alright, Noxious is fine. Noxious, kill Vizier. I mean, in that situation, pretty much any of our artifacts are a good hit. Cataclysmic would have been great. Noxious is great. Throne of the God-Pharaohs would be okay. And I guess Combustible is also okay, but... Okay. Opponent goes killing our Noxious Gearhulk. So now we got a choice of what to refurbish. This is an interesting question. Do we refurbish Noxious or just Combustible? We'll just get Combustible. I think that's fine. So get back Combustible. My guess is our opponent takes the damage. Ugh, only 3. Well, play Needle Spires. Pass the turn. We would have liked a bit more damage there. But we still get a 6/6, and we're not drawing those lands. Radiant Flames would have been a fine draw, though. Another land. So many Westvale Abbeys. Uh-oh. Catacomb Sifter. Whew. Our opponent's getting close to activating this Westvale Abbey, which is pretty scary. Opponent passes. We draw a land. Well, that's Cathartic Reunion. Discard 2 lands. Gearhulks everywhere. Oh, play Needle Spires. And pass the turn. Hope that we can start getting down our big stuff next turn. Cryptolith Rite. Well, thankfully our opponent's a creature short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can't make a token and flip a Westvale Abbey. So let's cycle this land. We could hit like a Magma Spray or something. Madcap Experiment. Another cycling land. Well, I think our safest play for this turn is just to Cataclysmic. Opponent sacks to Scry. This just puts our opponent way down on creatures. They go down to 2 creatures, which is going to make it much harder for them to activate this Westvale Abbey. They do leave their card on top. We get to keep both. I'm assuming our opponent sacks... Ooh, okay. Yeah, it keeps Sifter, keeps Carrier Thrall. Or sacks Carrier Thrall. So they get a 1/1. But they can't make a token this turn. So they shouldn't be able to Westvale Abbey next turn. So opponent's leaving the card on top. Oh, maybe they can make a token. Yeah, they had 1 mana floating. Alright, they do make a token. Well, maybe there's a chance they are able to flip next turn. Get in with Combustible. Play the land, pass the turn. Alright, what do you got, opponent? What do you got? Can they flip their Westvale Abbey? That's the big question. Wow! Alright, that was the perfect card to have on top of their deck. Is there any way we can win from here? Wow, Webicraft Enthusiast! Oh, this is disappointing. Opponent sacks everything. Gets an Ormandahl. Does a ton of scrying. Gets to go back up to 19. Yup. So what else do we have? We draw a swamp. Hit our opponent. Hit our opponent. Play Noxious. Kill Combustible Gearhulk. Play a swamp. Pass the turn. Oh, no! Oh, wow. Well, this is a pretty sad loss. Opponent gets in with Ormandahl. Goes back up to 18. And I think we're just out of cards that do anything. Cathartic Reunion. Sure. Cataclysmic doesn't do it. Wow. Wow! Tormenting Voice, pitch Smoldering Marsh. Alright, whatever. Madcap Experiment to death. Oh! Well, that was a really close game.
Thanks for watching the video. If you're subscribed, make sure to hit that bell icon to get notifications for all the latest videos. It's a great way to support the channel for free, and you can find the next video right here.